On this episode, we are joined by Sonia, who is a former nominated member of parliament and a yoga fitness instructor. We also have Amy here, who is the counselor at Mukuru Promotion Center. Welcome to the Candid Show. Okay, so tell us about yourself, what you do.
Thank you for having me on the show, Samantha. My name is Sonia Birdi, and I was nominated as a Member of Parliament in 2013 by the Jubilee government for representing the ethnic minority groups. Since then, I have been working with the communities from all over our country. Not only from 2013 to 2017, I was busy with legislation. And after that, I set up a studio, a yoga studio at Two Rivers Mall. And at this point in time, part-time, I teach yoga and meditation, and my other hat is politics. So I do everything together as well as
politics.
Of course, once a politician, always a politician. My mother always tells me that. And very single, independent, courageous, bold, and I don't give up. And so, before I used to campaign in the slums, now I'm teaching yoga in the slums. So that is a little bit about me in a nutshell.
So Amy, tell us about yourself. What do you do here?
I'm a counselor, and my work mainly is to empower the boys and to help them to go back to being humans that can believe in themselves, and to empower them to be better people as soon as they get off this place.
Wow, nice. So I wanted to ask Sonia, how did you discover this place, and why yoga?
So first of all, Sister Mary was my head teacher when I was in primary, because I went to Our Lady of Mercy, South B. And Sister Mary and my relationship with her has grown over the times. Even when I was in Bunge, I petitioned the government to check out the status of the wall that is at Sister Saint Elizabeth School. Because at that point in time, there's a river that flows there, which was overflowing. And because of that, I assisted Sister Mary in trying to be able to bring some sanity in for her problem. 2017, obviously. I had already got my skills in yoga. And I just saw a need to be able to teach these boys. My first point of action was to find out who needs my help. And Sister Mary was very kind enough to say, Sonia, come and teach them. So we started from scratch. They didn't know anything. And today, if you have a conversation with one of these boys, they will be able to tell you more about yoga than any other person does. Because when I sit with them, we talk about how we can use yoga in their lives today. They have dreams. Somebody wants to be a pilot. Somebody wants to do something else. They need to understand how this practice is helping them. And Samantha, I want to tell you something. These boys are so intelligent. When I began teaching them meditation, they were asking me very intelligent questions. Things like how they can use meditation for their education, concentration. How can they sit somewhere and bring silence into their lives? And it has gone to such a high level, I must say, that we are able to sit here for 1 hour meditating. You'll see the boys sitting here 1 hour meditating with me today. These boys can perform 10 minutes yoga practice by themselves in the morning and 5 minutes meditation, and then they go to school. They don't need a teacher. This is how I have trained them, so that they learned the basics of yoga and then they use it in their life. And you know what I'm saying? Thank God. Because they're able to pick up things that no ordinary person would actually do it straight away. And now I want to tell you another notion. People say that yoga is for rich people. Wrong. These children have proved it. And why am I saying that? Because a person who is hungry hafikiri maneno ya yoga ya mazoezi. Ya anafikiria maneno ya tumbo na njaa. But these boys have raised above this. I have taught these boys that you can be able to change your life by practicing yoga. And I think Amy will be able to tell us their progress that has taken place through this year.
I actually wanted to ask her, like, what the difference between her coming and starting teaching yoga, because the way she's explained it, I feel like yoga is discipline. It's like you're connecting with yourself, The kids are doing it themselves, even coming up with the routines. That is mind-blowing. How old are these kids?
We have an age group of 7 to 16.
Okay. When you're there, usually I guess you know the number of people you will come to you with problems. Has the number reduced? Are you seeing that they are happier now? They look more healthy, they're more purposeful in like taking care of their bodies? Because I feel like yoga does that to you.
Of course.
Yeah.
As a counselor, we have things like stress management, these life skills that I teach the boys, and you're there telling them, you boys, you need to do yoga, you need to practice meditation, you need to exercise and all that. But I'm not an expert at it. So for me, I was just giving them the theoretical part of it. But now when I met Sonia and now she's doing the practical part of it, I was like, wow.
It was like an answered prayer. I can imagine.
Yeah, it
Because
was.
she's basically, like she's solving the problem before they come to you now. I bet even your work is reduced 100%.
Yes, it is. Because now you find that, I believe, as she has said, yoga and meditation has helped the boys to get at a point of really interacting with their feelings honestly, and also giving them a chance to develop their self-awareness. And also with the kind of group that you have, these are street boys. They've come from very harsh backgrounds. You find that at the beginning it was so difficult for them to come out clean. But now you find that they are now coming themselves to me to tell me that I had told you this, but now let me tell you the truth about it. No, it really makes my work easier. It helps me now to journey with the boys now at a smoother road, because now I'm not pushing them. I'm not like pushing them. They are the ones coming. You see?
Is it all the 65 of them? There's still some people you're trying to convince?
There are those that you really have to be like, Mono sijaribu hii, you see? But there are those who are really committed.
And more than that, they've developed respect for the practice. But what I'd like to know is, how are their grades in school? Has something happened in school?
Actually, I was to come to that because this term we had a really big lineup of academic improvements, because you find out like they've also they're competitive now.
You know what, Samantha? Today, these boys can go out there and tell somebody, if you have a back issue, let me show you what to do here. If you're not feeling okay before you go to sleep, let me show you what to do here.
Very true, very
So for me, it is a victory for Sister Mary. It's a victory for Mukuru Promotion Center. It's a victory for these counselors who allow me to come every Sunday and teach them, be with the boys. And I have decided that this is my priority. And I'm happy that today, I'm sure that one of these boys tomorrow will be at a very, very high position tomorrow, because they're going to use these skills. And by the way, it's not Sonia. Very famous politicians around the world practice yoga.
I wanted to ask her, have you ever attended one of her classes?
Yeah, sure, I have. She's my witness.
And how was that for you? How was the experience?
Oof. For the yoga part, I came out and I was like, I can't breathe. I can't laugh. You know, it was my first time to do it.
By the way, when did you start doing yoga?
2015.
For real? Okay. So after Parliament?
I was still in Bunge at that time.
Oh, at that time?
Yes. So I was going through some issues at that point in time, and then I went through my doctor issues, and the doctor finally said, can you try yoga?
I would love to hear how you, because we've talked about how it's helped the kids and how it can help other people. But you personally, what has it done for you?
So, Samantha, I would like to say that before yoga, I was an avid person who used to go to the gym. Okay. Now, when you stop going to the gym, obviously the weight is going to come back. And with any sort of form of exercise, you need to be consistent. But with me, my issue is not fat related. My issue is related to how, everybody has a lifestyle. And you grow up, the way you've been brought up. And how you deal with issues. And when I mentioned to you earlier, I was a very rebellious child. There were reasons why I was rebellious. I understand that now. But it made me behave like a person which was not me. And when you become rebellious, you want to do things to show other people that you can do this. When you are the one supposed to be accepting and appreciating yourself first, loving yourself first. So, like everybody else in this world who feel rejected from certain corners of society, you tend to do something for yourself. I chose to do that because for certain reason or another, I was also not able to find my life partner, which was an issue for me. And you see, today when I see youngsters doing funny things and I tell them, hey, there's a difference between being alone and lonely. But how do you work that out?
Sonia, actually today I've noticed you have a tattoo.
Oh yeah, yes, I do.
We can see it's better.
What is it? Unicorn?
Pegasus.
Oh, okay.
Pegasus, actually, it's from Greek mythology. Pegasus was the god that. Well, there's a history of Pegasus, and I love horses, and I love birds. So I got this done, and I'll tell you something about it. My family is reserved, and of course, for a year or two, my parents did not know I had a tattoo. I was hiding it all the time until they found out. But get this, when Sonia got her tattoo done, everybody in the community got their tattoo done. So I set an example. And I don't know if I'm sad about this or not, but I think I brought out liberated people. I mean, I think maybe it means something to them, whether you have one or you don't. But this was me, so I did it. And later when I realized that other people have also followed suit, then I realized what it means to be the first. Because when you're first person who have done something, the point is not that you're the first. The point is how you live your life after that, to keep on holding the standard. So that's a bit about that. But maybe you guys have found my tattoo very intriguing.
Is that the only one?
I have 2-3 more.
Wow.
Yes. It's life. Today I like tea, tomorrow I like coffee. Are you going to hold? I'm not going to listen. I'm not, as long as I'm not crossing that line where I'm not hurting myself too much, I feel we need to give ourselves some room to live and be happy generally the way we are, which is why I chose to come today in the gear that I teach them in. It was nothing like Muishmiwa dresses, all that. I don't want to be here what I'm not.
I should go back to yoga. You have
I want to see you on the mat next to
You
me.
have.
But we will do this together, because I want to thank you for inviting me onto the candid conversation and giving us time for Mukuru Promotion Center also to voice their words. We have done a lot with these boys this year, and I can only say that I'm grateful to Sister Mary Killeen for giving me this opportunity. Yes, we want to do a lot more, but Only time is going to push us in the right direction, because every day we have a goal, and today we are here, tomorrow we want to be other places as well for the children.
We've come to the end of a very insightful and interesting conversation. I have learned so much. I am inspired, and I don't know about you guys. Are you going to try do yoga? Because now we know both boys and girls can still do yoga, and some of the benefits that you will get from actually practicing yoga. And I don't know about you, but I am about to start attending Sonia's classes. Let me just tell you the truth, and I will be back to tell you my personal views and changes, And that's it from today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.